50 Degrees of Shade, written by Deborah Goles as Brittany Charmentine, narrated by Rodney V. Smith. Chapter 1. Sucked In. The alarm clock next to the bed does not go off because it's dead, and I'm the killer. Said clock had to be punished for waking me up early every fucking day of college, given how much beauty rest I need. How do I know I need an abnormal amount of beauty rest? Because today, like every day, I drag myself out of bed and head straight for the full-length mirror in my bedroom for my morning appearance inspection. Hey, let it go. Some people have yoga. I have this. There is my perfectly symmetrical face. Creamy skin, big blue eyes framed by long lustrous brown hair, pert boobs, and a tiny waistline. I scowl because even though everyone tells me I'm totally gorgeous, and I have done some modeling for Vogue, I still don't believe I'm beautiful. As I head to the bathroom to do bathroom things, I trip over a hairbrush. Yeah, I'm clumsy, mostly because it makes me more relatable. I always forget there's another mirror in the bathroom. I stick my tongue out at my reflection, grab the brush off the floor, and give my hair 50 hard strokes before twisting it into a ponytail. 10 minutes later, I'm sipping bitter coffee, someone forgot to buy cream, and dropping flakes of fish food into the tank in the living room. I'm about to fly out the door for my anatomy final in 30 minutes when my roommate, Clarissa, shambles into the living room in her robe and slippers, looking like an extra from The Walking Dead. Clarissa, like so many Berkeley undergrads, is one of those goth chicks with ghost white skin and black hair, who normally looks like a schoolboy's wet dream in her plaid miniskirts and ripped tights. But today, she looks like shit. I feel a little bad about how happy this makes me. "Annie," she rasps, plopping onto the coffee with a box of tissues. "Whoa, you sound terrible too." Oops, did that slip out? "What do you mean too?" She snuffles pathetically. "Oh, nothing," I lie. "Oh, hon, isn't today your interview with that billionaire for the dog-sitting job?" I'd give her a hug, but she's obviously contagious with the plague. If I get sick, who will make her tea? Plus, I have a final in 28 minutes. She cocks her head and smiles. "You remembered." I decide not to mention that it's all she's talked about for 2 weeks. Even if I wanted to forget, which I 100% do, I can't. She has been obsessed. Something about getting to stay in a 54th-story penthouse apartment in San Francisco with a 360-degree view of the city and bay. Full-time maid service and the fact that it's the most seismically sound residential building in the world with 42 caissons drilled 260 feet into bedrock. Normally, I would not remember all those numbers and details, but I'm not kidding about Clarissa's enthusiasm. She's an architecture major, so this kind of thing is important to her. She likes caissons, whatever those are, and I like canines. Who's the judge? "That's why I forced myself out of bed. Could you do it instead? I really hate to ask, but I don't want this guy to write me off as a flake. If you go, then he won't hire anyone else. Plus, you love dogs. Please." I surreptitiously glance at my phone in my pocket. Crap. Because I killed the alarm clock in a moment of unbridled anger, I now have only 27 minutes to make it all the way across campus for the most important final of my life. But if I don't want to be a total asshole, I better at least make this sick girl some tea. Maybe she'll accept this offering instead of forcing me to go to a stupid interview in a tower. How about some tea? Without waiting for a response, I scamper into the kitchen, rinse out my mug, fill it with water, and set the microwave for 1 minute. With 25 minutes to spare, I hand Clarissa a piping hot cup of Earl Grey. Its flowery fragrance makes me gag. Only weird roommates and serial killers like Earl Grey. "Thanks, Annie," she says, taking a timid sip. "So, about the interview?" She is giving me huge puppy dog eyes and her lower lip is trembling. I'd have to be totally heartless to say no. "Sorry, did I mention I've got my anatomy final in 24 minutes? So yeah, I am a little heartless, but I can't give up my entire future as a veterinarian to do my roommate a favor. Think of all the parakeets and gerbils that would suffer without my expertise. Besides, heights aren't my thing. 54 stories are an insane number, and I'm not a bird for God's sake. Her face brightens, and my stomach twists. Uh-oh, I know that look of victory. "That's perfect. The interview isn't until tonight. You can take your final and then head over to the city on BART. What kind of a billionaire does interviews at night? Is he some kind of vampire? You're so funny, Annie. Of course not. Would you like it if he was? Clarissa plucks a tissue out of the box and waves it at me. Annie wants to fuck a vampire. Annie wants to fuck a vampire, she sings, then blows her note so loud. It sounds like a trumpet blaring. I haven't had time for dating, okay? School has held my entire life hostage, but I'm almost done with the undergrad part. Then I have 4 years of veterinary school. Ugh. It looks like by the time I'm a vet, I'll practically be a virgin again. Just because I haven't had sex in forever doesn't mean I'm dying to do it with a fictional creature who has blood-sucking nutritional requirements. If anything is going to be sucked, it isn't my blood. Oh, thank you, Annie. You're the absolute best. I'll text you the address. As I head out the door, I shake my head in confusion. Did I agree to do the interview? I replay the conversation and can't pinpoint when I said yes. Clary was like a witch who could hex people into doing her bidding. And while I know everything about the damn building, I know zilch about this billionaire, except that he has a dog, lives in a stupid skyscraper, and he's not a vampire. Crap. End of chapter 1. You can read 50 Degrees of Shade on Wattpad.com. Follow Deborah Goals on social media. Links are in the description. Music track is Blythe by the artist known as Twinkles. Links are also in the description. Chapters are released every Wednesday and Saturday. Be sure to subscribe to be alerted for the next one.